Marketing funnel that made me and my clients millions. This is a very simple funnel that contains only few steps and will bring you really lots of money right now, because this is the funnel that you can really track and you can really see the results from the point when you launch it. And obviously funnels are something that people are always scared about. They're thinking that it's very difficult and hard, and the thing is that yes, it is, if you don't know how to actually make them, how do they work. So today in this video, I hope that this process will be super simple and super easy for you. And our goal here in this marketing channel is actually to simplify things, not to play that we are all here, these super marketing nerds talking only about conversions and all these difficult things, but we have to actually talk about things that do work and actually implement in our coaching, online businesses, etc. So what about me? I'm for last 7 years building online companies, online businesses, and I've made a lot of launches already for myself and for my clients in different niches, more than 20, made over $10 million the last 7 years. And obviously I have a lot of experience to tell, and some of my funnels that I implemented been really shitty and some of those been really successful. So today we're going to focus on one that I like the most. This is the funnel that actually works the best for high ticket offers, for those who sell high ticket offers. So if you are a coach, if you are expert, if you have a business that actually requiring leads for the calls, this is the funnel for you. Okay, so listen up, lean in and listen up. The step number one for every funnel, doesn't matter which, is obviously a trigger in order to grab the attention. So the first thing we have to do is to grab the attention of our prospects. And how do we do this? We actually find out what are their pain points. So what are the triggers that our perfect avatars, ideal clients do have. So how to find out this? Actually, you have to test it before. You can test it with the ads, you can test it with the Facebook, you can test it with the reels. Basically, you can actually offer your lead magnet first of all, and actually offer stuff that you would like to do later on for free inside your reel, and say, hey, listen, do you want to know this or that? Do you want to receive this or that? And see if there is any feedback. If there is enough feedback, like you see that a lot of people answering in comparison to other your offers, and also you can do same in your stories in case you have the following. If not, you will just do this with the ads, with the paid ads, and you will see that, okay, this is the offer that I need. So basically, to find something triggering is just to understand what is really bothering your target audience, or what is something specific that they really desire and they're really scared about, for example. Yeah, or maybe they feel like uncomfortable knowing that someone has it and they still don't. Imagine, let's say, talking about fitness niche. Some woman that already been spending years on trying to get back into shape now figure out that actually there is another woman that had also some extra weight, and she managed to lose it in only a few months without limiting herself on some sweets, on some snacks, on actually meeting people, on maybe drinking alcohol, or maybe she was still not even counting calories, like she just used some particular method, or maybe she just used keto diet, or maybe she just used specific training, and it's all helped to her. And now this woman that couldn't actually achieve same result feels very triggered, because like, oh my god, but why her? But we have here this grabbing attention, because this is important to us, and this is something we have to use, because knowing what is triggering other people gonna help us to grab their attention, to show them and to hook them with this specific trigger. As soon as we hook their attention, we actually bring them into the landing page where they have to opt in for the lead magnet that will actually solve this hook, that will actually solve the problem that they have. So for example, they met this particular situation in their life, and now they're facing this painful moment, they're triggered with this, and we're saying, hey, listen, this is the lead magnet, this is the video, PDF, lesson, strategy, algorithm, webinar, it could be whatever, that will help you to solve this problem. But we are, of course, here not solving the biggest problem. We are solving only first step of this problem, so like preliminary step. So let's say it's about fitness. Yeah, we cannot actually make a person lose weight in just one video, because it's just technically impossible to talk about everything and to cover everything in one video. Even if it's possible, how many people will really imply? So That's the problem. But what we can talk about, we can create a lead magnet that will actually give them the recipe for their breakfast. For example, those that actually work on the system, work on this method that help this Jessica to lose weight without limiting herself on sweets, limiting herself on meeting friends. So basically, she got triggered that Jessica did all of this without actually limitation of herself. And we are creating the lead magnet of how Jessica did this, what Jessica eat for breakfast, what was her, for example, breakfast routine. So basically we create the lead magnet that will connect to this trigger and how it looks in reality. So basically it will look like this. The lead magnet will be something like 50 proven recipes that actually help you lose weight without limiting yourself on sweets, on meeting friends, or having delicious, nice, creamy, fluffy breakfast. That's it. So this is some step from all the system, but the step connected to what is triggering our prospect. And it's definitely gonna work if we also put some testimonials over there. And as soon as person obtains, they receive a lead magnet. Lead magnet has to be incredibly good. It has to be really, really valuable and has to give the value for free as much as possible. Don't be greedy here. Don't think, oh, but if I give out this stuff for free, who will pay for my paid stuff? Blah, blah. It's not going to work like this. People don't pay for information. Come on, you're on YouTube right now. Everything is Googleable. Everything is searchable. You can search for anything. So you don't pay for the information. People don't pay for that. People pay for the transformation. And transformation actually exists when there is actually the process. So people do pay for the process, they pay for the support, they pay to be able to stay on track, they pay to be able to go from step number 1 to step number 2. They don't pay for the information. And what you have to understand here, that people will pay you for the result. So more the result that they can receive, more there is a likelihood of the receipt of this result, the higher the chance they will buy. And that's why that's so important for you guys to understand that the better lead magnet you create, the more quality you deliver in this lead magnet, the better it is, because more quality is in there, more people think that, oh, but if she's giving up that for free, what would be in the paid stuff? That's what I need. Great, I want, she's an expert, she's professional. Or he is professional, he's an expert. Great, I want that, give this to me. And this is how it works. So basically, you receive their trust from people based on that. So the step number 3 is a lead magnet. As soon as people receive the lead magnet, what do? Actually here, either on the same page, or you just create a link and you again hook them and hook their attention to go to the next page. You can do this on the same page, or you can do this on the next page where there was the lead magnet, or as soon as they register for lead magnet. So based on what you're actually offering, if you're offering the video, it could be on the same page. If you're offering the PDF, you say, hey, PDF is on your email, but now listen what I have. Or like, hey, this is the video, but wait, listen what I have. And here you are offering them your final offer, but you're not offering final offer to buy straight away. You're saying, hey, but you know what? I can actually bring you to this result of like minus 10 kilos in 1 month, or like finding perfect partner in 3 months, like 30 clients in 30 weeks guaranteed. Hey, listen, you want that? This is how you can do this. Go on the call with us, hop on the call, let's talk, we will see how we can help you. And here actually you are saying about your main offer. You're not saying here about like another lead magnet. Here you're already talking about your big promise, your big offer that you're offering. So here they can actually sign up for the call. And how do they do this? You actually create a link for Calendly, or you can use another tool here as you prefer. But it's very important that you also qualify leads, because if everyone can sign up for your calls and never show up, you will have a lot of your spots filled in your Calendly or your calendar, but no people showing up, and actually maybe showing up, but people who are not ready to buy. So it's important when you actually, before they actually choose the spot, so they choose the spot, and before to submit, they have to fill in the form. And this form is super simple. So first they choose time, but the form is super simple. It's like, hey, what's your name, your age, maybe you can choose the location, number, email, obviously, because you want to connect them, you want to contact them. And then you have to ask about their goal and their actually place right now, if they're in the place for the investment, for the change. And you can also specify here the minimum required investment, like up to this or from that, because this is going to be fair also to people to not lose time, if you, especially if you have incredibly expensive offer. I mean, there is no expensive in the world of marketing, because if it's valuable enough, it's great. But still, you have to understand, if your audience is something like you're selling for 10K or for 20K, you cannot expect people to expect that before to sign up for the call. But if it's an average price, 500, 1000, you can just ask if they're in the place for actually changing themselves. Are they ready for transformation? And the last thing here you can ask is actually if they are really ready to show up on the call, if they do understand, because this is additional question that's going to actually really make people understand that, hey, listen, there are going to be people waiting for me. I'm not going to just sign up for the call and never show up. That's not how it's working. So you ask for that as well. And that's it. This is how you finish the things. So as soon as you create all the system, you can actually see later and qualify the leads. Normally, in order to be really sure, you can also ask them with the next page to also confirm the call, because sometimes people actually forget. But if you ask them to confirm the call in the email, so that they will receive it afterwards into their calendar, like Google Calendar, for example, that's going to actually increase your conversions. And that's it, guys. Based on that, it's going to be very easy. And later on, you just sell on the call your offer. Like normal conversion here is around like 10%, 15%. If it's super cold traffic, could be a little bit less. So based on that, you can see if it's a cold traffic, you can actually calculate and count if there is actually a good return on investment. If not, you can a little bit adjust your offer and adjust your lead magnet, adjust actually the presentation. If it's not really a good thing working, you can also add a VCL, video sales letter, to explain better the offer before the call, explain better why they have to actually sign up for the call before the call if there are not enough registrations. But if you're pretty satisfied, you can just scale it till you are filling with the clients and you cannot get more of that. So I hope it was useful. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will wait you actually in the comments to see if some of you guys actually implement this funnel. That's a really great funnel that works and brings thousands of sales every day to many people who implement it, and I hope you will be the same one. See you on the next video. Bye.